Hello, a very good evening to you. This is the scene here at the Lusail Stadium, just to the north of the Doha city centre. I'm Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and alongside me at the microphone is Stuart Robson. And we're about to bring you a very big occasion indeed, the semi-final of the World Cup. It's the Netherlands against Brazil.
Well, this could be an absolute classic, and the prize couldn't be any bigger, could it? A place in the World Cup final. Let's just hope we get two teams that want to play good football and come out and attack the opposition. This should be a good game.
Here's the starting 11 for the Netherlands. Jasper Cillessen is the goalkeeper. Matthijs de Ligt plays alongside Virgil van Dijk in central defence. Jorginho Wijnaldum plays alongside Frenkie de Jong in the centre of midfield. And so many different ways to configure an attack. In this case, it'll be two men up front. The starting 11 for Brazil. Alisson gets the nod in goal. Marquinhos plays alongside Thiago Silva in central defence. Casemiro plays alongside Fred in the centre of midfield. And the striker is Richarlison. And they kick off here. De Vrij. Jorginho Wijnaldum. And they need to get tighter here. A fine reading of the situation. A long way out. Well, actually pretty easy for the goalkeeper in the end. Oh, great defending.
Well, the fans are going mad here. They think that was a penalty.
Steven Bergwijn. And scope for them to produce something exciting. But quick thinking defensively. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stuart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, 3 goals in the last 3 games. He's in great form at the moment, and he's playing with confidence as well. Every chance he could add to that tally today.
Opportunity to take the lead. Oh, and a penalty has been awarded. Big moment here. Can they get themselves ahead? Well, no card, just a warning and a fair few protestations.
Well, not every foul is a yellow card. I think the referee is right here.
This to make it 1-0. Chance maybe, and a goal! The opener of the semi-final. First goal of the contest.
Well, here we can see it again. Normally I'm the first to point the finger at a goalkeeper, but I think it's a good initial save. I'm not sure he could have done much more. Just a bit unfortunate, really, that it dropped to an opponent.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Richarlison, determined defending. And teammates around him. chance. And not cleared away properly. And second time around, he scores. But the keeper left to wonder what his defenders were doing.
Well, here it is again, and the striker does everything right. He hits it across the goalkeeper, which makes it difficult for him, and then the player coming in is alert for the rebound. What a good goal that is.
So back underway. One goal apiece here.
Number 14,
Wijnaldum. Opportunity to deliver the cross. Wijnaldum. Well, that is how to play advantage. Well, he couldn't quite hit the target, Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Jorginho Wijnaldum. And Depay on the ball. Can they create something from here? Pressing high, and they have the ball again. Klaassen. Oh, what an opportunity. And tremendous goalkeeping.
Well, he just made it so difficult for the striker. His presence alone just caused him a problem.
And played short. De Jong. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. He has teammates around him. And the keeper there to deal with it. And a short corner, let's see. Wijnaldum. And the keeper more than equal to it. Well, trying to build ahead of steam. Another corner it'll be. Playing it in. That's fine goalkeeping to hold on to the corner. And good pressure high up the pitch. De Jong. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment. Good tackle. It'll be a throw. Alexandro. Space on the flank. Could cross it in here. Just cutting off the supply. Depay. Plenty of support here, but nothing comes of it. Good defending it was.
Well, there it is. The Dutch have had a lot of the ball in the last 15 minutes. They're creating plenty of chances and looking a constant threat. You feel they have to take the lead at some point with this sort of domination.
Now can they win back possession and create something else? Can he give them the lead? And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Wijnaldum. And it's with Dumfries. Jorginho Wijnaldum. And intercepted it. Wijnaldum, well denied by the keeper, but really he only has himself to blame. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. And Neymar! And a goal!
Well, here's the replay. He does well to find that bit of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Opportunity in the wide area. And the referee spotted the foul, but has played advantage. Fred. Neymar. Perfect tackle. Steven Bergwijn. Teammates available. Well, he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Chance to finish. Do they have the gut? And a goal to seal the hat-trick! A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick. And then from that sort of range, Neymar was never going to miss. It's a well-worked goal.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Klaassen. Strong but fair tackle. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. In the right place to cut out the pass. Klaassen. It's with Bergwijn. Takes the shot. The first half here comes to an end. And so the match is underway. So the ball moving again. The pendulum having already swung Brazil's way. What sort of performance can they produce this half? And space to attack, but really sticking to their task defensively. Danilo. On the ball, Richarlison. Not the pass he had in mind. Wijnaldum. Vinicius Junior. Now with Neymar. Is this the moment? And able to get a body in the way. This might be ideal for the counter. Well, it petered out. Steven Bergwijn. He's found a pocket of space. Frankie de Jong. Intercepting it intelligently. Can he get one back? Terrific piece of anticipation. Wijnaldum. And with that, the attack fizzles out.
Well, Brazil, as you can see, haven't enjoyed the majority of possession, but that won't bother them because when they win it in deep areas, they've got forward with pace and with numbers. It's been a great counter-attacking display.
And a bit more defending on their minds here, I think. Depay. And threading it forward. He just needs to remain icy cool. And he didn't hesitate. Good thing too.
Well, he's so quick off his line. That's great goalkeeping, you have to say.
Oh, what's he gone and done? Real chance. And effectively parried away by the keeper. And the corner's been given. And the referee retrospectively will go back and hand out the yellow card. And there's the delivery. And the keeper able to hold on to it. And they do like to press whenever they can. Offside, close one. Good technique displayed. Well, that's wonderful attacking play. Inside he goes. You certainly can't fault them for trying as they keep the pressure on.
Well, that was a decent effort, and you just sense the goals coming here.
Neymar. Good effort here. Can they stop it going in? And he clears it out of harm's way.
Well, the keeper deserves a lot of credit. That was a fine save, wasn't it?
And a throw in for the Netherlands. Well, they're trying to get right into his face. Wijnaldum. Well, no stopping him. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Into the final 20 minutes. And out of play, the pass nearly worked out, but not quite. Time for a change then. Casemiro. Danilo. Chance to cross. Richarlison. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. And they will make the change now. He's parted with the ball, Alexandro. A quarter of an hour remaining here. Plenty of support here. Wijnaldum. Interception to snuff out the danger. Can he finish? Well, able to close down the shot. Depay. And now De Vrij. De Jong. There's a slide rule pass. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. Well, the goalkeeper got there in the end.
Well, his recovery is brilliant here. So athletic.
Marquinhos. On the ball, Richarlison. Neymar. Fred. Now Neymar. And the referee sees that as a foul. Free kick given. Well, the free kick lacking just a little bit of guile. And that's not what you want to be doing when you've already been booked. And the referee has shown him a second yellow card. That will be it for him.
Well, his manager will be absolutely furious. He had to be more careful there.
There has been plenty of limbering up from substitutes. And now both sides will make personnel switches. The Netherlands recovering possession well. Pretty routine there for the goalkeeper. Alexandro. Well, by playing keep ball like this, they're keeping the opposition at bay. Alexandro now. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes. Richarlison. Fabinho. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Donny van de Beek. The referee brings this semi-final to an end, and we can say it officially. Brazil will be competing for the World Cup in the final.
Well, they won most of the individual battles all over the park today, and that was key to their comfortable win in the end. It was a really composed display in a very important game, and they'll certainly fancy their chances in the final.
In the final analysis, he was one of their better players, but needed to be better still, I think.
Well, he didn't show his best form today, did he? He just looked a little bit off the pace, but he certainly wasn't the only one.